Alrighty folks, I'm going to do a quick lesson. It's Sunday. Happy Sunday everybody. It's 3:07 right now. It's Badfinger Day. I like occasionally, I don't do this every day, I'll get on a kick with a certain band, like it was a Guess Who a couple weeks back, and I post a few of their performances from back in the 70s, like on a TV show or something, on my timeline. Because I had to learn bits of them, because they're not really hard songs, but they're killer, in my opinion. If a cover band, because I'm not into cover stuff, I like to create out of learning the scale blocks. But if I was, I'd like to have a band that did Guess Who, Badfinger, all that kind of cool stuff from back in the day. Click like, folks, and subscribe when I post these on YouTube if you could, please. It's free. You know, being as I'm doing a lot of these, it'll help the channel grow a little bit. I mean, whatever, you know. It's more encouraging to me if I see that people are even watching them, or if they care at all, if it helps somebody in even the smallest way. It'll help encourage me to keep doing them. You know, I'm just at home, I'm retired, I don't work due to health issues, but nevertheless. Alright, so today I'm going to do and I'm not going to find a track I normally would, but this is just off the cuff. Different, like for blues or rock, just we'll use A. You know, depending on the chord progression, but especially in blues, you can do this 1-4-5 stuff, or you know, if you just had a simple rock thing. What I used to do when I started digging in on the guitar around 2012-13, actually probably wasn't until 2014 or so. It doesn't matter. I started finding backing tracks that were just one chord. Or whatever, you know. Or you could loop in your own, you know, slow, fast, clean, dirty, whatever. You know what? I'll put it on clean after this, but this is... So my point today being, you know, I'm always teaching about learning your pentatonic on the entire fretboard. In this case, I'm going to use A minor. But learn it in all the fretboard. You'll see I use my baby finger a lot. When I solo, if I'm trying to do something that requires a little more endurance, I won't use it per se. But you should use it like I was just doing here, running up and down all the scale blocks of it. But I'm also going to use A major today. Alright? It's actually F sharp minor. If you think F sharp minor pentatonic and run up the whole fretboard with that. So I'm going to use that, and I'm going to also use Mixolydian, which is out of the key of D major. I'm going to use the, it's basically if you go to your A minor pentatonic position. Instead of a minor third, it's a major third. What? It's the, if you learn all your scale positions in the key of D major, and then you take the where you start with the A note in D major, you just start with the A note. It's almost major. The only one note difference is that G note. huge difference, you know. So if you got a track that had that in it, all that is a substitute of a G chord, a power chord. And then you just move that note here, you keep the baby finger on that D note, and you move this one down one finger, it becomes D, a power chord out of D. You know, so you... Cool, there's a lot of cool stuff in simple places. So what I want to do is just show how, you know, you can take, like if you're a blues or a rock or whatever, an A. Best way to practice and really learn how to phrase, you have to learn those pentatonics. You just have to. There's no getting around. Or you're going to be fishing in the dark to find a note. You don't even know what you're looking for. Once you learn these scale blocks and the pentatonics, you know, not in major, minor, you know, the Mixolydian, and then there's A Dorian. That's the second block out of G major. So when I jam, if I used to jam to one track that was just a power chord, I could play all of those flavors, the different mode flavors, and it creates a certain feel. So let's show like an example of, say, you just, that's a major kind of blues rock. Well, and then I like to mix in with the major a lot of times. That's Mixolydian flavor because it's got I got A major, but then I got that G note in there. So you want to learn your scale blocks in D major, and you can use all the scale blocks in D major for that A Mixolydian flavor, and you can run on the entire fretboard. All the scale blocks are D major. So you got E Dorian block, but it's not just Dorian. You can play out of all them blocks of D major for that A Mixolydian flavor. All I'm doing is running in and out of any of the scale blocks of D major. Now that's the D major, your natural minor is a B minor. While I'm playing the B minor scale right now, but I'm not playing it B to B to give you the minor flavor. I'm playing the same notes, but I'm playing flavoring A Mixolydian. Okay, it's a note you start with an end on, but that A Mixolydian is going to be all out of all the blocks of D major. So you got that you can add into an A, especially in the blues. Much more flavorful than the minor pentatonic, although the minor pentatonic is the staple of all blues and rock for sure, you know. And then, so you got that. If you find one track. And then you start with a major flavor, A major pentatonic, which is F sharp minor pentatonic. And then you go into Mixolydian perhaps. And you mix in Mixolydian with the minor pentatonic, and you start getting a lot more flavor, and you start spicing up, you know, find what you want to do. And then you got Dorian too. So that's just all the scale blocks of G major. Any Dorian mode is the second scale position of a major key. So in this case, A Dorian comes out of the second block from G major. It means all the notes are the same notes. It's just I'm starting with the A note. You know, so you learn those and you can use all that Dorian flavor all day long, all over the place, without even thinking about it once you learn the blocks. So, and then you got your flat five, which most people know, the A minor pentatonic and the flat five. What I did with each one of these things is, as soon as I started, first I worked with just A minor pentatonic, and then I learned it on the entire fretboard, wherever its lowest point is to wherever its highest point is. So obviously on the A minor pentatonic, you got an A, a C, a D, an E, a G, and an A. Or, you know, G, and then it starts all over. So there's an E in there, so that means I can start at E and go up from the E to the G to the A to the C. And right away I hear. And that's A minor pentatonic with a flat five. And of course that song in particular, he travels up. And does the same pattern in B and then so on, and later on in the song goes up higher and higher. So that kind of thing. Rock and roll with your cool. You know, so there you go. Taking and flavoring up and practicing each one of these scale ideas has a feel to it, right? That's where they get the word mode from. Modal playing. It's creating a mood. It's creating an atmosphere and a feeling to the audience and to yourself. So that's a major flavor. And then I might go down and I want to spice that up. I don't want to stay with major necessarily. Depends on the song you want to create. And then I might slide down. And I might give it a little Mixolydian flavor on the end there. You know, that's Mixolydian. And the other thing, like with a 1-4-5, that kind of thing, you can ride the Mixolydian flavor just on that A. And then when it goes to the D, you can do Dorian of A. I'm only using, it's almost a diminished too, it could be, but it's also taking the Dorian and leaving this note out and this note out and just going. What? You know, I'm missing everything with the right hand. That kind of thing, you know. So major. Mix it, check, just sit and noodle with them and experiment with mixing them in. I would tend to do that when it's on the 4 chord. And when it comes back to the A, I don't want to go over 20 minutes. So just a little lesson on learn your major pentatonic in a key like A. That's really just F sharp minor pentatonic on the entire fretboard. The second position of a minor pentatonic, that second note you play on the low E string, that's the major key of that pentatonic, that minor pentatonic. So your A major pentatonic, you can use in the blues, your A minor, you can use Mixolydian, you can use Dorian, you can use add the flat 5. Just for, those are just like, for sure things you can use. You can do all, there's other things you can do, but those you can really spice up, jam to 1 chord or to a 1-4-5.